Welcome to the Free Your Spirit podcast. My name is Louise Wilson. I'm a mystic, healer, entrepreneur, and business coach, and I am obsessed with helping you open up the lines of communication with your spirit so that you can receive the wisdom, the guidance, the clarity, and confidence you need to reach your big goals and dreams. Welcome to episode 5 of the Free Your Spirit podcast. So in today's podcast, the theme is unlocking your past life superpowers. Super juicy topic, folks. And if you've been in my world for any length of time, you'll know that this is the work that I'm really obsessed with. I am so deeply passionate about helping my clients unlock their past life, their ancestral gifts, and letting go of the stuff that's keeping them stuck and playing small in life, because we are infinite, immortal spiritual beings. As Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, the French Jesuit philosopher, said, we're spiritual beings in a physical body. And so we are so much, much more than who we think we are. We are deeply powerful, spiritual beings, and the more that we can lean into that power, the more that we can begin to leverage it, that we can reawaken to it, the more that we can really fulfill on our soul's path and purpose in this lifetime, the more that we can help others. This is the powerful work. When if you're listening to this podcast, the Free Your Spirit podcast, my guess is you know this, right? Like, deep within the core of your being that there is something more for you to be doing in this lifetime. And maybe you're already on that path, or maybe you're in the process of discovering that path, but you know that there's a whole lot more to who you are, and that there are ways in which you can access that power, that you can unlock your spiritual superpowers. And this is the work that I'm deeply passionate about, and the work that I love to do, because yes, it is possible. And yes, the tools, once you have those tools, my goal in my work is to give those tools, to share those tools, so that you no longer, are relying on somebody else, a psychic or a medium, to have those answers, because you can go directly to source and access the answers you need 24/7. And as you know, one of the fastest, most effective ways for you to actually access your past life history and memory is actually through the power of guided past life journeys. This is the work, again, that I love to do. And the power of these journeys is that you're completely awake and aware as you journey through the mists of time to explore your past life history, to dive into your soul's wisdom and memory, to unlock those memories, to know more of who you are, to know more of the lives that you have lived, to understand maybe the less positive events that have happened in your life, so that you can heal those, so that you can shift and change those meanings. In past life work, oftentimes, I've been working with healers who have started their business, but are finding that even though they're doing the things, they're just not getting the traction that they should be getting. And that's because at a deep subconscious level, they're actually sabotaging themselves. Oftentimes, that sabotage will present itself as overwhelm. They'll be moving forward with their business, they've got this great idea, they've got a great course, and this just doesn't just apply, by the way, to healers. It's anywhere in your life, where you're going after something and you reach a point where you're about to get traction, and then you feel overwhelmed, you start to question yourself, you start to doubt, you take a few steps back and you put the brakes on, which is fine, which is okay to do. But the challenge is, when you pick up that project again, do you continue to move forward with it, or do you choose to do something else? Do you say to yourself, well, maybe that's not the right approach. Maybe I should do it this way. And so you're giving yourself the illusion that you're moving forwards when really you're just going around in circles, because this keeps playing out, right? And so that is an example of some pretty subtle self-sabotaging behavior. And I see this frequently, especially with healers. And the reason why this is happening is because on a very deep level, in a previous lifetime, when they were doing this work and sharing this work, some not so good things happened. You know, we know historically all of the witches that were burnt at the stake. It's horrific, horrific. And if in a past life you've experienced a traumatic event for sharing your gifts, for being a healer, for helping other people, then very likely at a deep subconscious level, you hold that memory, that past life memory of that traumatic event. And on a deep subconscious level, as a part of you, they're saying, whoa, let's put the brakes on here. This isn't safe. We're getting into kind of like scary territory. You know, I'm going to keep you safe, and this is what's going to happen. And so those brakes go on. You get overwhelmed. You go in a different direction. And so you never really do the beeline, right? When we're moving forward with plans in life, we want to have a plan, and we need to have a beeline, and we need to go direct, right? None of these U-turns and all of that stuff. Obviously, sometimes that happens and it's a good thing. And follow your intuition. But, you know, pay attention. Even now, as you look back over your life, maybe if you're feeling frustrated, like, why isn't stuff happening? What's going on? Maybe there is a deep subconscious belief playing out that's sabotaging you. And that's why past life exploration is hugely powerful and important, because you have an opportunity to go back to those events. And, you know, the soul loves the truth. So as you do these journeys, as you do past life soul journeys, your soul will take you back. You'll make a decision of perhaps the area, you know, is it visibility you want to explore? Is it your challenges that you're experiencing with your relationships? Is it money? Is it a money block? Is it your attitude to work? Are you kind of like constantly hustling and working your socks off? You know, whatever area of your life, present life, that isn't working for you, you can actually, through the process of these past life journeys, be guided to go back to a past life event that is impacting you in that particular area in this lifetime. So hugely powerful. And as you do it, you're completely awake and aware, and you can bring back, you can do the healing work, the deep healing work, but you can bring back and start to integrate the things you need to use. And that includes awakening those gifts, the past life gifts that lie dormant within you. It's hugely, hugely, deeply powerful work. And if you're listening to me and maybe there's a part of you who's like, Louise, I'm not sure I believe that. Sounds a little too woo and out there for me. You know, what if what I experience in a past life journey is completely made up? Well, here's the truth. Everything you think and believe about yourself is made up. And who made it up? You did. So the truth is, if by doing a past life journey, you are able to heal a part of you that has been stuck, then wouldn't that past life journey be worth it? Right? I mean, even now, today, therapists, psychotherapists, they use past life work. It's way more mainstream than you may actually realize. I was trained by Dr. Brian Weiss, who's like a world-renowned psychiatrist, right? And he discovered past life work by accident, but there's a great book that he's written called Many Lives and Many Masters, you know, where he documents the work that he did with a woman, calls her Catherine, where she kept going back when he was regressing her, she kept going back into past lives. And he found that the healing that was occurring as a result of healing those past life events and memories was deeply profound and powerful. And he made the decision, you know, it was a scary thing for him to do, to kind of like, because his background is science, right? To actually, you know, draw a line in the sand and actually within his industry and say, this is powerful work. And when I trained with Brian Weiss, Dr. Weiss, it's like maybe 7 or 8 years ago now, I'd say at least 95% of the people there were psychotherapists, therapists, hypnotherapists, who also recognized the power of past life work. Hugely, hugely powerful. I'm so passionate about it. I love the breakthroughs that my clients experience as a result of doing this work. And if this is resonating for you, if you're like, ooh, you know, maybe I want to know more about this, I'd encourage you to just hop to my website, www.louise-wilson.com. And if you go to the Work With Me page, you'll see there that I have a beautiful masterclass coming soon called Unlock Your Past Life Superpowers. And you can get more details by going to my website. And so there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you feel called to leave a review, if it's resonating for you, we'd love for you to do that. And feel free to, if you feel like taking a screen grab of your review, send a little note to my team, hello@louise-wilson.com, and we'd love to share a beautiful guided ancestral journey that we've created just for you. Alrighty, folks, I'm so glad you joined us here today. Thank you for pressing play, and I shall see you in the next episode. Bye for now.